Hello everyone, I'm Master Steve, and welcome back to Master and Terror Gaming. And in today's video, we're taking a look at 10 ways you can grind up the tech trees faster. So, World of Tanks is a pretty grindy game, and players are going to find it hard to get past. Tier 5, if you're not used to a long grindy game, you're going to want to quit. But these are just going to be kind of 10 ways to help you stick with it and to save yourself some time, because to be honest with you, it's going to be tempting to give up, but if you keep going, the reward at the end is very, very much worth it. Tier 10s are some of the funnest things to play, and it's just hard for new players to stick with it. So, these 10 tips are going to be pretty basic, but things players don't often recognize that they should be doing. So, with that, sit back, enjoy the video, and don't forget to like and subscribe. So, number 1, consumables. A lot of players tend to start out wanting to save credits. And they often see consumables as a waste of money. Because to be honest, hey, if you don't buy consumables, it's really not horrible, but you're leaving yourself very little room for error. Everyone makes mistakes in this game. When you get hit, you never know when your ammo rack or your engine's going to get set on fire, and you need to just deal with it. So, get that multi-purpose pack, get the automatic fire extinguisher, get that repair kit, and just keep it, because it's worth the money. If you can actually catch your mistake, you're going to be able to do more damage in the game, last longer, and just earn more experience overall for doing better. If you just don't run with one, and get your ammo rack hit, then you're going to do less damage, less XP. So, get your consumables going, don't be cheap about it, run with them, and you'll see a better improvement. So, second tip, Platoon. Now, I get that players don't have 5 million friends online that are just ready and waiting for when they hop on just just keep going. So it's fine to play by yourself, but if you're really looking to just make the grind a little easier for yourself, get a platoon mate. Because if you're playing a stock tank, for instance, and it's really hard for you to just get around in general, it's kind of nice to have a friend with you to cover you, because it helps you learn the tank, they get experience, you get experience, you're going to earn a little more from being in a platoon, and it's a little more friendlier to have a friend with you because you're going to earn more experience. Overall, just having someone with you working together, you guys are going to do more damage, you're both going to get more experience. The more experience you earn, the faster you're going to go on the tree. So, find a platoon mate, post in a match that, hey, anyone want a platoon? But just get one because it's going to help you. Now, third tip, damage over kills. So, a lot of other games reward the player who got the most kills in a match, which pretty typically almost everything. World of Tanks, however, is a game that rewards you for damage. Sure, it's great to take out your opponent because it's one less gun in the fight. But if you're looking for just sheer experience to help the grind go faster, focus on damage, because your teammates are going to be focusing on kills. So if you're just that guy pumping out damage, getting higher tier games, 2,000 or above is pretty decent damage. Lower tier games, probably about 1,000. But if you're the guy who's getting high damage numbers, you're going to be the one grinding out the line quicker. If you're just going for kills, you're going to be done a lot longer. So go for damage. And on that note, let's talk about how to do that damage. So that brings us to our fourth tip, AP shells. So, the thing with new players is when they kind of get to the ammo selection screen, they see that HE shells have the highest damage potential, which is true, but the thing is, HE shells very rarely ever do their full damage potential because they lack the penetration. when you're just grinding up the trees, use armor piercing rounds because pretty much they're always going to go through, and you're going to get higher damage numbers despite HE having the highest damage potential. AP shells are obviously the most consistent. Don't worry about gold yet because gold ammo, something you probably need at higher tiers, but middle tiers, just worry about using AP shells and just focus on getting that damage. So, 5th tip, free experience. You usually start out with just a little bit of free experience in the game, but you'll get more and more the more you play. Now, free experience is kind of interesting in the way of how you can use it. You can use it at the very beginning to kind of jump past a tier 2 or tier 3, or you can use it to unlock some of the modules in like a tier 5 or something. But you should be saving your experience for those higher tier vehicles because a stock unupgraded tank at a lower tier is much easier to grind than a stock upgraded higher tier vehicle, because lower tier vehicles you can probably play about 10 or so games when it's fully upgraded. At a higher tier, when you need 20,000 experience just for like the first gun upgrade, you're going to be spending a lot of time, and you can probably save yourself quite a few games if you save your free experience. So keep your free experience with those higher tiers and just play through the lower tiers, and you'll save yourself a lot of time. Now, 6th tip is module damage. So, you might notice that you'll get your ammo rack hit, you'll get set on fire, and it's really annoying because it really ruins your day, and you're left with a damaged engine, and if your ammo rack, you're firing slower, and it's just like, yeah, that really ruins your game. You should be aiming for the ammo rack and engines of other players, because if you get module damage on them, it's just a little bit more experience and credits. So, the question is, how do you actually do this consistently? Well, download an app or something like World Tank's Armor Inspector, or just find a website that shows you the different models of a tank, because if you can actually learn where the best crit spots are in tanks, you're going to be finding that you're setting more fires you set, more experience you get, and if you just learn your opponent's vehicles, you're going to be a better player overall because you know what to protect when you're playing that vehicle, and you know how to go up against other vehicles as well. So, learn your tank, learn your opponent's tank, aim for those weak spots, and you should be seeing that you're earning a little more experience, which is going to make the grind go a little faster. Now, 7th tip, ask yourself, what's your line? So, if you make it a tier 5 or something, and the grind's kind of slowing down for you, sure, that happens. Tier 5 is one you gotta get like 30,000 experience to get through, but if it's particularly slow, you might want to try grinding up a different line, because if you're just not enjoying what you're playing, it's going to take you longer. So, find something that you find fun. There is going to be a tier 5, 6, 7, 8 that you like. So, if you don't like what you're currently doing, don't continue. Pick something else because it's going to go a little faster for you. Because you just learned the skills off the line you just went on, that means the line you're about to just start, because you don't like your current line, is going to go faster because you already have all the skills necessary to play it. So, just keep note, if you're kind of finding that it's just not fun and you're just having horrible games, then either watch a review or switch lines, because you might just be wasting your time doing something you don't like. So, keep that in mind. Now, let's talk about missions. So, they recently updated the mission system in the game, and it's absolutely fantastic now. So, a lot of issues when you start getting up to the higher tiers is credits. You're paying 1.3 million-ish for a tier 7, and about 2.4 million for a tier 8. And that's pricey. Now, if you play on a regular basis, you'll probably get all the experience needed for that tier 8, but credits are probably going to be a little short. That's where missions comes in. If you can actually do that daily mission bar, you're going to be getting quite a few of them. That first chest that you unlock is 24k, which is not too much, but at lower tiers, that makes a difference. That's paying for your consumables, that's paying for camo, that's just kind of helping negating the cost and just giving you a few more credits. If you reach that second crate, you're going to be getting even more. So to get all the daily crates done, you're going to be seeing you have a surplus of credits, which will help you buy higher tier vehicles. Now, premium. So, this is a tricky one. You can pay the money to have a premium account, which it's awesome. You earn more experience, you'll grind faster, but not everybody wants to spend money on the game. But you can still get premium account without spending money, and that's with boosters. So, with the boosters, they come from missions. So, do the missions, and you should be looking for like 9 hours of experience, or even just the 1 hour ones. But try to stock up on as many of those as possible, and you'll be seeing that those are going to really help you. But the trick is, pop those only when you know you have time to use it. Don't pop 9 hours worth and then only play for like what, 30 minutes and then call it good. Pop it when you're going to have the time, and it's going to work much better for you. Now, got an overall one, persistence. So, once you get to like tier 6, the grind to just even getting to the 8 is going to feel painful, whether it's a good tank or not, because sometimes you get into a rut where it's just one loss after another, and it's just feeling like you're earning minimal experience every single time, and it's like you're getting nowhere. Because that 60,000 experience for a tier 7, that feels like you're just not going anywhere. So, just keep with it. If you're going on a losing streak, stop playing for the day. Don't get your morale down. Just play one or two. What the heck? Switch tiers. Grind a different line. But if it's just like you just can't buy a win in a vehicle, switch tiers. Or just stop. But don't make yourself mad. So, those are my 10 tips for getting better at this game. Please like and subscribe. Thank you for watching.